Hey, residents of Meepletown, today we are flower shop owners, and we are going to be setting up our window displays so that we can draw a lot of customers, get a bunch of money, and put the other ones out of business. So let's get to the table and check out Little Flower Shop, the dice game. Hey John, what do you think about this? I'm trying to put your little flower shop out of business. That is my goal.
Dude, this is a cutthroat game.
It actually does not say that
in the rule book. Oh, that's what's happening right now.
But that's what we're doing. We're competing.
I have a
flower
friend
shops.
and his mom, our friend Ben's mom, owns a flower shop.
Is that right?
Yeah. I think that'd be kind of nice, wouldn't it?
To put it on
I
business?
like to garden and stuff, yeah. To like have your own flower shop and put every other flower shop in town out of business. Get it out of here.
Well, here's the thing.
Get it out.
Set up your flower shop right next door to mine, so somebody's got to come out on top here.
If you came out with the flower shop, I would absolutely do that.
All right. So here is the setup. We each have
So
our
the bloodbath is set up right now. We're ready to go.
We're ready to destroy the competition. This is my window display. This is your window display over here. This is just the money up here. This is going to be our income money. These are
what our life is all about.
That's right. This is what we're going to be competing to get. But basically what we're doing in this game is we're going to be rolling dice and locking dice into place in our basket. And then after we've locked all of our dice, then we're going to be taking the other actions at the different phases. Ready?
That's right. And we both have a common kind of extra bonus points at the end of the game.
That's right. You want to explain what that means?
Sure. It's super simple. This is we have rows and columns. So in our row, we have two rows here. If they're worth exactly 15 points each, for each one that is, we're going to gain 2 points. So we could get 4 points extra if we had 30 points, 15, 15. And also it has columns. So for every column, you have 3 columns that does not have a teddy bear.
No bears.
Square points.
We don't like
no
bears.
Teddy bears. In the last podcast, I talked about tickling teddy bears, and that's not going to happen this game.
I don't remember that. Okay. So we're
you
both
asked what Olympic thing I would like to do.
Right. So we're going to roll our dice at the same time, and whoever has the highest initiative die is going to go first, and that will be me. Now, on your turn, all you're going to do is lock 1 or 2 dice, and potentially more, but you're going to have to spend more money if you want to lock more than that. And so I'm looking here to see which one of these out of these 3 look the most appealing. Really, I kind of like the fact that I've got 2 of those blue vases, so I'm going to go ahead and lock that blue vase.
I would too.
And then I think 2 out of 3 of those has this purple flower, so I'm just going to go ahead and lock those 2. Now you can lock your initiative die, and if I do that, that will likely mean I'll get to go first next time because that's a high number, but I just hate passing up having those. So I'll do that. Yeah. That's my turn.
So I don't know what direction he's going here. This is a wild, by the way.
Oh, so if you can't see that, I'm going to lift that up.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Do that. Yeah.
Every time. All right.
There it is.
So that middle one's a wild.
Yeah, so I don't know because he took that one flower. And of course I wouldn't be sharing this, but I want you to hear my thoughts.
That's
I wouldn't be sharing this in a regular game because I don't want Dean to know what's going on in this noggin. Obviously he's going for one of these 2 because he got that vase. See, I have... Vase, yeah. I have this, which would fulfill that, but I want to go for some bigger pointers. That's 6 points, that's 7. I don't want no stinking 4-pointer. But it leaves me in an intriguing position because I could go ahead and lock these 2 in. I guess I can because he's probably heading in this direction. Never mind. I thought that he took one of these. That was... no, wait, never mind. I thought he took one of these and you didn't even roll one.
Oh, gotcha. I could
I'm a dummy. I don't know why I just saw that wrong. Okay, I think I'm going to head in this direction thinking that he's going there. So I'm going to lock these 2 in. I definitely don't care to lock a 9 in.
You scared to go toe-to-toe with me right there?
Yep.
I mean, it is 7 points. So.
I mean, I might as well go for the bigger points. Dang it.
Oh, another 22. Okay. Wow.
I rolled another 9.
This is kind of interesting now because I don't have those. And it's okay if you don't get everything you need for this first roll. You can just keep it for a later round. So I think what I'm going to do, I am going to go ahead and lock my initiative die just because 22 is good and I'd like to be able to go first. And potentially, if I can roll 2 pink flowers, which is unlikely, I'll be able to go first. All right.
Yeah, so what I'm getting scared about right now is me being too risky early in the game because I do have $4 though. No, $5 as we started. My bad. So I can spend $3 to get a wild one of these. What makes me nervous is there's 6. I'm gonna have 5. I have 5 dice, and guess what? I have to have 6 of those. So I'm gonna have to spend $3 to fulfill this. In addition to that, I'm going to have to roll exactly perfectly.
Again, if you want to fulfill it on the first.
If I want to. So I probably honestly started off making a terrible mistake by taking those two. I probably should have just went ahead and, what do I want to do? I'm just gonna go for it. Go big or go home. This game doesn't.
Okay.
Yeah. This game is.
That is the theme.
We're not finishing this game, so
Little Flower
I might as well just. That's it. All right. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and lock this one because I don't need the other ones. Let's go.
You think go big or go home for Little Flower Shop?
Oh yeah,
makes a lot of sense. Mm-hmm. Is that your slogan for your flower shop? Your Little Flower Shop?
That's exactly right.
Okay.
Dang it.
Well,
I got one of them.
I didn't get anything of what I needed, which is it's okay. It's not the end of the world. It is. Not great though, because I do again need to be able to lock. I have to lock one of these, or you can pay $1 to not do that. I just don't know if that's going to be worth it. So I'm just going to lock this one and then hope that I can get a pink one, and then I'll probably have to spend $3.
Yeah, I'm going to lock this. So where I'm at is I have to roll a vase on this one.
The good thing is you will roll
to fulfill
a vase.
It. Why?
Because there's nothing but vases on those black die. I didn't say that. The yellow ones are initiative. The black one is, you mean the correct vase.
I'm talking about the correct vase, sorry.
The black
that's
one,
a vase. It's just a cylinder one.
That's
I didn't even know
that. So the black die has nothing but vases. The white ones have flowers, and then the yellow one's the initiative. Right?
Like this. So this looks like, and this I'm not going to even lie, this looks like a cheerleader's horn.
It does. It does, that's right.
And this looks like a tube. And that looks like a vase, but they all are vases. You're right, Dean. I didn't know that. All right.
You didn't know that out of this whole time?
Meeple time. No, I've never thought about that. This is serious stuff right now.
That's right.
I cannot fulfill this. And what is that going to do to me? It's going to hose me.
Well, maybe not.
I'm going to have to turn my dice in for other stuff.
Which will help you later on and potentially help you to fulfill that one too. So it's not the end of the world if you can't fulfill
It's not.
It right
all right, here we go. This is big time right here. You didn't roll your initiative. Oh, you locked that?
Yeah, I locked that one already.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Sorry, I'm going.
Here we go.
You might roll higher than a 22.
No!
Oh my goodness, that's a lot. That's a lot. You can just.
I think we've had people just probably stop watching the video because
you can lock this one and then re-roll this one again if you want to.
Oh, you're right.
Because
that's
here's
a
the
good
thing,
point.
But you hold off. It's my turn. So it is on my turn. Right. I'm gonna keep this pink die. All right.
Your water bottle out of that shot back there.
I don't think it is.
It's not. Your body's blocking it.
But drew more attention to it. All right. So I did lock my last die. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go through the rest of the phases and before John is going to take his turn. So what's going to happen is you've got this little, this will change because it's got some mistakes on there, but you got your little game summary here. And so I've locked my dice, then this is phase 2. So phase 2, you're going to be locking your dice. And if you don't have any more dice that are unlocked, then you're going to continue on to all these other phases. So step 2 of that is going to be earn salary. And in a 2-player game, you're going to have a $1 and a $3. It changes with more players.
I forgot about that.
So you're going to get 3 more.
I'm going to get it, and I can do it because of that.
There you go.
But it's going to cost me a lot of money.
That'd be a lot to do. A lot of cash.
I forgot it.
So if you're the first one
to about simple rules like that.
If you're the first one to complete it, you get the lowest salary, which is not good, but you also get the benefit of being able to pick whichever one you want. So I'm going to go ahead and take this one. That's the one I was working towards. So that first you earn your salary, then you're going to take your arrangement tile, and you have to do that every round. This is actually the timer for the game. And then you're going to use your dice and money to do different things. I'm going to move these off for just a second. So on your little basket that you're locking your dice at the bottom there, it's going to show what actions you can take. So I can spend one of these dice for money for $1. I can spend 2 for a wild token that can be used later in the game. I can spend $3 for a wild token over there, or I can spend $5 for one of these ribbons that will be 1 point at the end of the game. I'm not going to do most of that. So I've got this vase. I've got 1 pink flower and 2 of the purple flowers. Okay? Oh, your initiative die does nothing in that the last phase part. Now, the only other thing I need left here is a pink flower. In order to do that, I would have to spend $3, which I will do that. I'm going to spend $3 to get a wild token and immediately spend that.
Crazy as wild.
And flip this one over. And I do have 1 die left over, so I'm going to take $1 for that, and then that will be the end of my turn. Okay, real fast. Sorry, John. I mentioned you're going to play through 6 days of this game, and I'll explain how all the scoring
Okay.
works.
So I'm going to do what Dean reminded me of. I'm just going to lock the initiative and roll again.
There we go. See, I'm a good guy.
Here we go.
Dean
Here we
helps
go.
out the
Here
other
we go.
flower
Here we go.
shops.
Here we go. No!
No, there's nothing you can do. You can spend $1 and just keep re-rolling that, I guess.
I'm not going to keep doing that. Okay, so I'm going to lock this, which then enters me into the next phase. I'm going to take my $3. I'm going to be able to fulfill this, but I don't want to spend all my money. I'll talk about that here in a second. I'm going to take this. Boom. I've got 2 pink flowers. I'm spending $3 for the other pink flower. I'm going to take that. I'm going to spend $3
that was
for
not
a
worth
vase.
it.
For a vase. I know. This is what happened.
You're nervous that you're not going to complete it. You got plenty of time to complete that.
Yep, it's gone. It's fine. It's fine. It's gone.
It's gone.
So I'm going to complete that. And this is what happened last time we played, was that you might be like, wow, I'm up 1 point. But Dean scored several points at the end because of how much money he had left over.
To buy ribbons,
I had completely, because you can, for $5 you can buy a ribbon, which is worth a point. A point's big time in this game.
Yeah, it is.
Because I had spent so much money on this. But for $5, he can get 1 ribbon. For $6, I got 1 extra point here. So that's why I went ahead and did it. So it's not
and you got more income,
ridiculous.
so it's not the end of the world.
Yes, it's not the end of the world. But I'm down to $2 now. So there we go.
And that completes the first day. So what you do is you're going to discard the tiles that are left, or tile that's left over there. Then you're going to flip over. Normally these would all be in one. What am I doing?
We have them upside.
These would all be in one stack so that you can't see what's there. But I just did that so it wouldn't be in my way. And then we're going to put out our money for.
I purposely didn't pay attention to those. So
for the income there. Did you move my money around here? I had that perfectly in a stacked pile. All right. Then we're going to restart our day. So at the beginning of the day, and we're just going to talk through this part. We just wanted to show you how the game plays out.
We'll do one more round?
Yeah, let's do. Okay, we can do one more.
One more round.
Okay.
Oh, look, finally. Are you kidding me?
There you go.
Are you literally kidding me,
and
Dean?
you got a high initiative, too. I can't beat that, I don't think.
You're kidding me right now. Okay.
What's out there? Now, bears are bad, so we don't want bears.
Bears.
Beats. Battlestar Galactica.
I am going to just straight up take this one.
You're not even going to lock your initiative die?
Yeah, probably.
You might want to hold on to it.
I should.
I will keep my initiative die for being able to, like, not having to lock something in place later. This is tough. The problem is, I don't think there's any 2-pointers. I think 3-pointers are the lowest. And I've got a 6 here. So if I get a 7-pointer, that's going to be 13 points and I won't be able to complete this one. So I really need to be able to get this one. Again, I wouldn't be saying any of this.
That's what I want too.
Yeah.
Same exact reason. I'm going to have 7 plus 5, which is 12. I know there's 3-pointers, which would equal 15.
Yep.
Now, I could put it on the bottom.
That's right. That's what I was going to say. You don't have to put it in order.
And I don't want a teddy bear because a teddy bear doesn't score me points. So, and here I spent too much money going for the Big Daddy.
Yep.
And I just don't, I can't risk it right now. So having this 24 is huge right now for me.
Yeah.
I cannot roll the right vases at all.
Now this is an interesting place that I'm in right now. Okay, because John obviously gets to go first.
You can be done.
I could be done. Yep, I've got a vase here that goes on this one, but I don't have enough money to lock in everything. Yes, I do actually. I do have enough money to lock in everything.
Yep.
But what I wouldn't have is enough money to be able to spend the extra wild that I need if I wanted to do this one. So I am thinking I don't want John to move in on that. Yep. And I kind of see what he's going for and know that he's probably not going to go for the center one. So I'm going to spend 3. I have to spend 3 to lock in the rest of those dice.
So because you can only do 1 or 2, but
That's
you
right.
have to pay, again, $1 to lock in more. And he's doing that to jump ahead of me.
Yep.
So
Although,
go ahead and...
again, I'm overspending. Probably not the best thing to do in the world, but I'm going to do it anyway. And I kind of like the fact that it doesn't have a stuffed animal here. That helps me out too. So I took my income. Now I'm going to take my arrangement tile, and I am going to put it on this top row because, again, I'm going to want to then at some point be able to get a 4-pointer. Okay, then I'm going to use my dice and everything else that I have to be able to, and my money, to be able to complete this one. So that is going to be
that one doesn't
3
matter.
purple flowers. This one doesn't matter at all. That's right. And then again, I'll spend this one to get $1, and then I'm done.
Boom. All right.
That was really fast, but again, I had to overspend.
Let's go. Finally got it. Every single time I'm going for a vase, I roll it the time after.
That's right. You needed that for this one, didn't you?
All right. I'm going for that one.
You're going to get a lot of points. That's the thing. That's 2 7 points.
No! No! Come on!
Although, if you get it right now, you're going to be in really good shape.
Come on. Come on. All I need
because you'll be able to complete it.
The blue. Come on. Finally!
Oh, I saw it. Did you see it? It was like
I know.
Blue, 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 yellow. You can spend $1. That's
Let's go! Let's go!
Good. You still did. It
Finally.
Makes me happy that you still have to spend a lot of money.
So I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take that one down here.
But you got a lot of points.
Well, we'll see though. All right, so I don't have all 3 of those, so I've got to spend my $3 to grab a wild to fulfill this. So basically, I have everything now. Put it in the right direction.
Yep.
Why are some of them facing this way? I don't like it, Dean.
Because you did that. I had them all in order.
All right, so I'm going to complete this with all my dice. So there we go. 14 points to 11.
You're whipping me right now.
In your face.
And here's the thing. You have had to spend a lot of money, but I've been finishing up first and spending money to do that. So I only have $3. And you only have $1, but you have 3 more points than I do. Is that right? What did I say, 11? Yep, 3 more points. So anyway, again, we're going to play through 6 days of that. As you can see, the rounds play out pretty quickly. At the end of the game, we're going to score points for these stars. We're going to get points for these ribbons that are on the vases. And then we're also going to get points for these. And so far, obviously nobody has any points because actually you do. John has 1 point because he doesn't have any bears in that column right there. So that's pretty good. So we would reset that and play it out. Games play pretty quickly. Once you know what you're doing, you can pretty much fly through these rounds.
Who knew a game about flowers could be so intense?
It is intense. It is very intense. That's exactly right.
I'm having to calm down right now.
Simmer down now. All right, now this is a Kickstarter video like we've been doing for all these Steve Finn games, and you know that we don't give our final thoughts or even like final thoughts on the components, although the game is pretty much in final condition, so we can go ahead and talk about a few things that we like when it comes to the art and components. John, what do you think?
Okay, so I think the art's really good. I think it's beautiful, actually. I think these tiles are done extremely well. I also think that the graphic design is good because everything is just so easily, you can easily see what they are. You see all the little symbols there. These are very, like, it's simple, it's clean, it's done really, really well. These tiles, same thing. All right.
That's right. And if you've played Little Flower Shop, the card drafting game, you know that you got the same art style with with these boards, with the money cards.
These are good cards.
Yeah, all of that. I'm glad that that's cards and not something else. Yep. So I have nothing to complain about either. In fact, I like that they are similar in appearance when it comes to both those games. The box cover is cool. You can see it back there.
Yep.
Again, it looks like the card game. Now, what about the gameplay?
Okay, you want me to go first? You want to go first?
Yeah, you can keep going.
All right, so this, as we mentioned earlier, like this game, like you're just building flower shops, but like there's definitely can be, depending on how much you're pushing your luck, those hoot and holler moments, as we call them in Meepletown, where you're just like, no, or I got it. Or you could play fairly conservatively and not have as many of those moments, and but go big or go home, right? So what do you think about those hoot and holler moments? Just chucking the dice and just like, let's go. I know you usually like that kind of stuff.
I do. It's kind of weird in a game about building up this quiet little flower shop, but it is like it is fun, and it does this game. It promotes that sort of thing, right? Like this, and like the tough decisions, not just in the like, woo, I got a great die roll, but do I want to spend money to keep these dice that I really, really like?
Exactly right.
But it's challenging because then you have to think through, do I want to be last so I can get more money? Do I want to be first so I can get the better tile? Do I care that much about the tiles that are out there? I could keep this one or this one. Either way is going to be fine with me. But you're going for dice. You have to pay attention to what other people are going for. So there's like a lot of this is a lightweight filler-ish game, but I still think there's some good decisions in there of deciding like how that's going to play out. It's not just the hoot and holler moments, but I like that. Yeah.
So I think my favorite parts about the game is number one, the dice mitigation, like being able to get these wild. So it's not one of those games like. Oftentimes, if you have money, you can do it. It's just, do you want to spend the money? But what's so interesting, I mentioned this while we were playing, is you can put bows on your flower arrangements for $5. Mm-hmm. So when you're spending money, you're losing points.
Yep.
I mean, That's what you're doing. So am I willing to lose a point or two here because this one's worth more points than what my opponent's going for? I like that. But what I like the most about this game, which I think is unique in this game, maybe someone else has it, but in the dice rolling game, how you can spend money to go out faster to race to these.
Yeah.
And I think that's really smart and really brilliant. And also, even if you're not spending money, maybe your opponent just put 1 and you're going to lock in 2. Maybe you don't love it, but you're just like, I'm going to go ahead and be ahead of the game so that I can go out faster than them because I know that he or she wants that tile and I've got to get to that tile.
Yeah.
I think that those decisions are probably my favorite decisions in the game. Looking at that, and if there's more players, then there's probably more of that going on and all that kind of stuff than just me and Dean here. But we both wanted that one tile. I still wish I would have gotten that, I think, to save money.
And you might be thinking, like, you always want to go for that high pointer. And you're right, it is not the case. Now, it's panned out for John because he's only had to spend $3 to get that extra point.
Because I keep getting the $3 right there, too.
That's right. And you keep being the last one and being able to do that. But oftentimes...
That's the negative.
Yeah.
So that is the back and forth of it, is your opponent's going to get more money if you jump ahead to grab that.
Yeah. But a lot of times, you're not going to get as... I don't want to say John's been getting lucky with his rolls. He's been playing it really well and mitigating it with the
I've been
money
doing
and
bad,
all that.
And then at the last one, I finally got a good roll.
That's right. But sometimes you need that to complete these big ones because you don't have all the dice that you need to be able to do that.
That's right.
But, I'm guessing that's probably not going to... John's not going to keep doing that, right? He's not going to keep going for those high pointers every
because
time.
of this, too, which I like.
That's right.
Here's the thing, though. I spent down to $1. So if there's a flower arrangement that I want... Dean's got more money to jump out and get it and lock his dice in, and I don't. I could only lock 1 in faster. So that's what I was thinking about, being nervous and kind of behind the 8 ball at this point because of that. That $3 versus 1 is a difference.
That's true. And I probably did jump ahead a little bit more to get this one than I needed to, but I just really wanted to give myself a chance to be able to get this one, although it was still kind of early.
It could never come out. I mean, it's possible.
Right.
I would say the odds are that it will, but that happened the last game we played with this. I think for 2 whole rounds, there's 4 of them, obviously. 6 of them that came out, and none of them had the exact number that I wanted. But, hey, it is what it is.
Yep. Now, what could happen, too, and this is interesting. Well, let me go ahead and use this as an example, I guess. So the next 3 tiles that would have come out are all 3 stuffed animals, which are bad. Okay, now, look at this, though. What if it wasn't? What if it was 2 out of the 3 that were stuffed animals? Then you're like, whoa, let's really battle it out for this, because I don't want to get this teddy bear, so when we're both going to be going for this, whoever's going to have the most money. So there's a lot of that tension in this game, even in a 2-player game. In all player counts, I think that's the case, but even in a 2-player game,
that's my favorite part.
Yeah.
That's my favorite part of the game.
Yeah.
All right, so what do you think, a couple things, in relation, so if there's anyone out there that has played The Littlest Flower Shop, the original, the card drafting game, how do you feel about it, this compared to that?
Is it Little Flower Shop? Littlest? I think it's Little Flower Shop.
Sorry. I'm thinking of like the toys that my sister played. Littlest Pony? No, that's My Little Pony. There's a Littlest something.
I don't think so.
There is.
Okay. Well, go ahead and say
it's out there, YouTubes. Tell me what it is.
We have played, maybe at this point, almost all of Steve Finn games, right? Little Flower Shop for me is one of those that I enjoy. I don't know if it's like top 5 of his games, but it's probably a top 5 out of his games. I really like Little Flower Shop. I think it's a fun.
I'm the exact opposite.
You don't like it?
No, it's not that I don't like it. It's a fine game. It would just be
the exact opposite.
I like all of Steve's games, but it's probably on the bottom side of my favorites of his.
Yeah. Now, so playing this, and if you've ever listened to us, know how I play about like the card game or the dice game. It's not always something I get really excited about. Here's the thing that makes this so different, though. You saw we played through 2 rounds and not much time at all. You can play through 6 days, an entire game, and not much time. This is a really good, quick filler game, whereas Little Flower Shop, it's just called Little Flower Shop, but it's a drafting card game. It's going to take a little bit longer, and it has a little more, seems like it has a little more meat to it, I think. Your decisions become a little bit more grueling, I think, in that game. The tension in the card drafting is pretty high. But this one it's like takes everything down a notch, and I kind of like that. I kind of like that, if you need a filler game and that's a game that you really like, this might be one that you say, hey, let's do this instead because we only have, 30 minutes to play it. Maybe not even, 20 to 30 minutes to play this game if you know it really well.
Sounds to me like even if you have the card drafting game, you would be inclined to say this is worth looking at picking up as well.
Yeah. Now, what if you don't like it though? What if you don't like it?
Yeah. So like these two are again kind of like on my lower end of his games. It's still a fun game. I mean, let's just be real. If you like what Dean said, if you want like a medium light filler game with the hoot and holler moments, something that's aesthetically pleasing. I really like the theme of this game. I think it's cool. I like the idea of doing the flower shop. It's a little different than other stuff. Then I think you should check it out. If you're one of those guys or gals that likes a more meaty, crunchy game, like out of these four that he's come out with, like Apuyaris is like my favorite one. I think it's a little bit more crunchier and stuff like that. Then this might not, but I don't know, man. I mean, sometimes even the more crunchy folk want a game where they can just relax. Of course, I don't know. This is kind of tension.
You still have a lot of tension.
I don't know if you can relax because it is like racing for these things, which again, that's my favorite. I like a race to game.
Yeah.
A race to complete a task or something like that, and that tension in between. So I really like that. So yeah, it's a toss-up for me.
Yeah,
like,
so
you might like it, you might not.
So I would say probably you might not like this game if you don't like that kind of tension you're talking about. If you don't like this idea of, I need to race and get this before you do, so there's a lot of player interaction in this game that comes from that. It's not like I'm attacking you and burning your flowers or something.
But
like
it doesn't feel good. It stinks when
be
someone does that.
That should be an expansion, you think?
You can bomb their flowers.
Wow. I'm
going
to burn your flowers. Just your flowers, not your whole shop. That's harsh.
Okay.
But it's not that kind of attacky, player interaction.
I'm going to put poison in your liquid.
That's right.
How about that?
It is. I'm going to jump out and get this before you do. And you might not like that. You might not like that tension. You might like something that's a little less.
I love it.
In your face.
That part, yeah.
Yeah. But so if that's the case, this game might not be for you. Who would it be for then, John? Someone who does like that?
Yeah, who does like that, or who likes dice rolling games, like medium light dice rolling games.
Like quicker filler games.
This game
still
can be pretty
offers
quick.
some thinky decisions.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. But Steve does it again. He always makes it a fun game. I've yet to play a game, and I went, well, that's a flop.
Yeah.
It's always like, that's cool, man.
Yep. So anyway, again, this is a Kickstarter preview, so we do not do our final thoughts, final scores, or we did our final thoughts, kind of. We don't do final scores on this. But, John, why don't you tell people how they can get in touch with us?
All right, if you're enjoying our channel, we would love for you to subscribe to our channel. And if you'd like to support what we're doing, go to patreon.com/Meepletown. We're at Meepletown Games on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and we're Board Game Geek Guild 3407.
Thanks for coming down to Meepletown.
Thanks for joining us, and thanks to our Patreon supporters for making content like this possible. If you would like to become a Patreon supporter, go to patreon.com/Meepletown. To follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, find us at Meepletown Games. Finally, to connect with us and other residents of Meepletown, you can join Guild 3407 at BoardGameGeek.com. Until next time, thanks for coming down to Meepletown.